Hey everybody, this is George, and here's the thing. Fear is costing buyers tens of thousands of dollars. Now you might be asking, how is this possible? All right, so understand that if you're not staying on top, or if you're watching misinformation like this right here, which we will post. This is as of today, April 15th. Well, I guess that was technically yesterday. It's the 16th now. And April 15th, they're talking about February stats. February? We're past the middle of April. We had tax day already. Those of you that are paying attention to the media need to stop and actually pay attention to this channel. Hey, subscribe. Listen, here's the really cool thing. Our channel has been growing because people have been clicking the subscribe, so it's been getting out to more people. Now, I have no vested interest. This is free. Okay, yes, so I have my clients that also watch this, but here's the thing to understand. I don't know most of the people out there that are watching the channel, so I have no vested interest other than to ensure you get the information to make the best business decision possible. Pay attention to the channel. Don't pay attention to what's going on in February. Last week, we discussed that the fact that the same home a year ago is costing you 30% more. If that isn't tens of thousands of dollars already, if you're waiting, thinking, oh, I think it's going to come down, that's called misinformation here. Hey, listen, even on a national level, okay, one of the few times I'm going to talk about national level. All right, so here we go. National level, right? On a national level, inventory is up on average 8.3%, okay? But that also is 65, greater than 50%, 65.1% lower than the same week in 2020. Yes, that's exactly right. Our numbers are staggeringly low, staggeringly low. How low? We're going to go over it, but let me give you a quick chart, and Vikas will go ahead and post this. So if you look at this right here, here's 2017, 2018, and 2019, right? See the arrows? That's April. Here we are on this side. Everything's in reverse here. There we go. That's 2021 right there. 2022 is only partially there, and you can see that the green line are homes available. I should say the light green line are homes available. Dark green lines are the homes sold. Notice how it flip-flops in 2020, okay? So 2019, 2020. 2019, 2020. The red arrows are April, okay? And notice it keeps going down lower and lower, and here we're lower again. We're down 65.1% even nationally, okay? Now, we come over here, we look at this, we say, hey, listen, year over year, our market is up 4.2%. You say, hey, George, you have more inventory already. Wait a minute. That's 180 homes. That's peanuts, absolute peanuts, because Canadian border all the way out to the coast. Half of eastern Washington and half of the Olympic Peninsula, that's half the state. 180 homes? That's nothing. Look, we had 1,354 homes in Pierce, King, and Snohomish County, the three largest counties, right, as far as population. Okay, three largest counties, we had 1,354 come on market. Thank you, sellers. However, 1,665 homes went off market. I guess thank you, buyers, but still, we're drawing down that inventory. We sold 1,317. That means we closed those transactions, okay? Now, what is super important about that is that new on market, we're up 167 homes, or 0.6%, okay? Year over year. Now remember, we are already 65.1% less than we were in 2020, okay? Pendant are up 1.2%, or that's a difference of 268 homes. Peanuts. But look at this. Our solds are only down 6.3%. You might say, George, that's 6.3%. I know, but we had a little bit slower of a takeoff, and we got a little bit of a mortgage interest rate increase. But look, we're not 1,800, we're not 2,000 homes, we're not 1,800 homes, we're not 1,500 homes like last week. We're 1,050. We keep chinking that down, just bringing it down and bringing it down. Why? The demand is still there. We come over here, we look at April, 2021 and 2022, naturally 4.2%, right? Okay, just April alone, we're down 293 homes or 7.6%. Fewer homes coming on market. 293, I should say. But look at this. We're 8% down for sales. Happens to be the same number. We are up, however, 11.4% at 436. So guess what's going to happen? Remember, solds, we're always looking in that rearview mirror. Okay, so we're looking in the rearview mirror because pending and new on market, those are dynamic numbers. Available homes for sale, those are dynamic numbers. This is rearview mirror. So I can tell you that already we're starting to beat last year's number. We're still doing that consistently, right? Last week we had the greatest number of homes come on in any 7-day running average. We're about 200 homes less this week than we were last week, but we still sold the same amount of homes. We're at 5-7% as far as total inventory, as far as available absorption, as far as homes, months of market. I almost lost my brain cell there. It's got so much to tell you. Listen, here's the thing. When you only have 2 weeks of inventory, 7 days of inventory, 10 days of inventory, okay, understand prices aren't going to come down. They're going to start to flatten out. People will say, George, oh my gosh, rates have gone up. Came back down a little bit. Yes, they're going to go back up. Watch the previous videos. We said at the end of Q1, part of Q2, they would hit 5%. Boom, we hit it. No, I'm not happy about it. Sorry, but it's the benefit of watching the show because you know what to expect. Now, they are going to bump back up again. Understand that, all right? And understand this. The home prices are continuing to rise because we have so few homes. There's only 4,300 homes. And if you look at this chart, which Vikas posts, we should have between 10 and 12,000 homes. We have 4,300 homes. That's nothing. That goes away super fast. Okay? Now understand, when we talk about mortgage interest rates going up, home prices going up, even if they start to flatten out. Okay, so let's say that we may not hit our double digit this year. Remember, we only said 10 to 12%, right? Not the 12 to 18% that we've seen the last couple of years, okay? Because we've seen a 32% increase over the last 2.5 years, right? That's pretty phenomenal. But we're seeing a much smaller amount. Okay, well, that's fine. Understand then, even if we see 8 to 12%, or let's say 8 to 10% this year, that means the prices are still going up. They're just starting to flatten out a little bit as mortgage interest rates go up. Okay, well, let's dial this back down a little further. Let's say it's only 5%. No, let's go 4%. Prices are still going up, but that also means, and if you watched Dan and mine's video last week, we're expecting by September mortgage rates potentially to hit 6%. Okay, do the math. If it costs you 30% more to buy a house when rates were at 3.11 in December to today at 5%, do you think it's really going to change or be cheaper when the prices are heading up 4, 5, 6%, super conservative, but realistically 10% this year alone, and mortgage interest rates are going to go to 6%? How is that cheaper? How does that make sense that I'm going to save money by waiting? That's like moving the deck chairs around on the Titanic. It's still going down. Doesn't matter where you sit. Oh, come on, people. Seriously. For the buyers out there, man, you got to change your mindset here. Don't get stuck. Oh, I've got to wait for rates to come back down. They're not going to go down to the levels that they were. Not unless a lot of things change. One, we stifle that 8%, I think it's like 8.8% inflation, unless that starts to taper out. The Feds, look, they're stopping or they're tapering buying mortgage-backed securities. That gives volatility to the bonds and whatnot. That means that when the bonds and the 10-year treasuries are sinking in value, mortgage interest rates go up. Investors are pulling out. Here's something for you. Okay, Logic Hammer. I got a Logic Hammer for you. My team loves it with my little quips. You know, like it's what you learn after you know it all that's most important. That's why you watch this show. Mark Emery, an old buddy of mine, that's a quip from him. Love, love, love it. I think it's hilarious. Used to serve with him. It's awesome. But it's so true, right? Here's the thing. If large investors are putting $85 billion just year over year, $85 billion into rental properties and building rental properties, do you think that they're doing this because they think it's a bad idea? No. That is why. Because we've seen a 20% increase over the last 2 years on mortgage rates, okay? Or not mortgage rates, but rental costs going up, okay? So they're cashing in right now. They know. And why buyers are starting to hold off, I have no idea, because if it's just 5 months ago costing me 30% more, in 5 more months it's going to cost me 20%. That's a 50% gain. That means it's going to cost you 50% more to buy the same house that you could have bought in December. That makes no sense why the logic is that you should wait. I'm just saying, all right? Okay, with all that set aside. Now, when we come down to rates, we take a look at non-owner occupieds at 5.95. Is that painful? Yes. Why? Because they're based on risk. And right now, as volatile as the market is, they are whoa, crazy holding off on risk. So they raise the rate. Why? Slow it down. Why? Because they're concerned about the volatility. We used to get super long rate locks. Now you're looking at significantly shorter rate locks because of the volatility of the interest rates. The more the volatility, the higher the mortgage interest rate. The tighter the terms, the more overlays. Watch the prior video on mortgages talking about overlays and why that's important to you, okay? Fannie, the Feds, Freddie Mac, they're saying that the increase in mortgage rates, home price appreciation, and insufficient inventory are restraining purchase activity. I do not need to have a PhD in economics to know that. And they're absolutely correct. And this is very consistent, okay? Some people say, George, it's going to be a recession. They're talking recession. They're talking about it. The Feds are raising and they're concerned about everything that's going on. Time out. Okay, I understand that. Did you know that we still bought and sold a lot of real estate during the Great Recession? And this is nothing going to be like that. But here's something that's super important. If there is a recession, you best be buying now, because that means interest rates are going to be even higher, like in the 9s. And that's crazy insane. Plus your special niche programs, boop, they're going to go away. All the more reason you should be looking now. By the way, even during recessions, many times we still see a lower appreciation. Rarely do we pop down in value, but even if we did pop down a little bit, our recovery is always double digits after that. So math says 4.5% versus 6, 7, 8%. Hey, here's the thing. So Dan Golden and I, we were chatting. And people say, you know what? You talk about Dan Golden a lot. Why do you talk about Dan? Why? He and I can have great conversations. We have great market conversations. Even on a Saturday morning, we go back and forth on conversation. We don't always agree with each other, but we have great conversations, like many of you that leave comments. Thank you, and contact us. Thank you. Keep asking questions, okay? Like this one. I'm supposed to ask you. Here's your question. Where do you think mortgage rates are going to be at the end of third quarter? Because I know where I think they're going to be. Where do you think they're going to be? You're supposed to post that. Please let me know where you think that's going to be. We'd like to get some feedback from folks on that. And even if it's just a guess, have some fun with it, right? Okay, back to Dan. Dan is always there for answering not only my questions, but our clients' questions, right? He's always got the best feedback as far as what's good for a client, what's not. Even if it's not good, his loan program may not be the best, he'll recommend somebody else, okay? Why? Well, because that's the best thing for the client, all right? Do most of them go to the other person? No. Why? Because Dan has closed 100% of every loan that we've ever had, and in fact, has rescued some clients that have gone elsewhere because the program, the overlays, or they didn't fit the program of the loan that they were originally quoted. Okay, that's called marketing. Well, they didn't match, so then all of a sudden they're above, and now they're outside of what they can do, but Dan could still close it. Okay, that's why Dan is there. He's got great customer service. He's there for you. That's why I always talk to Dan. That's why I mention Dan. Why? Because he gives you great information. And, well, he and I can duke it out, which I always have fun. Anyway, back on task. Understand, these numbers are clearly showing you that we are going to continue on a price increase, may not be as aggressive, along with the increase in mortgage rates. That is going to happen, all right? When you talk about, 30-year money, hey, listen, if you're going to be in your home for 10 years or less, you need to take a look at ARMs. Why are people looking at ARMs? In fact, they're up 7.4% as far as mortgage applications because interest rates have gone down. They're bringing down, and ARMs are becoming a lot more advantageous. If it's a point and a half, disparity between rate, and you're going to be in there less than 10 years, okay, then an ARM might be actually very beneficial depending on how long and what that is going to look like, especially with an investment property. Okay, if you're going to keep an average single family residential home 5 to 7 years, do a 7-to-1 ARM. Why pay 30-year money when you can save, half a point, whatever it might be? I'd have to ask Dan as far as what the rates would be at today. If you have any questions, post them. We love it. Make sure you subscribe. Let's share this information with others so they can make a really good business decision. That's all I ask. And they're fun. It's informative and free. Fun, informative, and free. FIF. I think I'll start my own acronym. In the meantime, it's a beautiful day. Happy Easter to all of you. Even if you do not celebrate Easter, celebrate the family togetherness. We wish you and your family all the best. I will see you on the next video. Take care.